everyone, it's Jackie, and my sister was over last night and she was like, Jackie, how many journals do you have? And I started looking at it and I realized I have quite a few, and I thought it'd be fun to talk to you guys about that on my channel. So today I'm just going to show you all of the journals that I have worked on in the past week, so you can kind of see what my creative, I don't know, overall big picture looks like. So we'll start with this one. This is my creative journal, and you guys have seen this. I do flip throughs of it every month showing what I do, and this is the book where I write down, here's a cool thing that happened today. And it goes, I've got June in here, July, and now I've got, let's see, August somewhere. August. And this is very much this is what happened today. Here's some photos. This is what happened today. And I write in this one about, I'd say on average I do 3 pages a week. I just capture a few highlights of the week, and those go in this book, and it's a creative place, and I'm pretty quick at this. This doesn't take me long to do a page anymore. It used to take me a lot longer than it does now. So that's my main journal. Then for all the memories that don't get caught in here, that maybe there was an extra picture that got printed, or just a little anecdote, or just a small story that didn't warrant a page in the book, that goes in my junk journal. And my junk journal I work on just whenever I feel like it. So it could be twice in a week, it could be once in 2 months. It's whatever I feel like, that's when I work in this. I just tuck things in the pockets. Anytime I have something I'm like, oh, that would be good for my smash book or my junk journal, it goes in the pockets. And then when I feel artistic, I work on it. I haven't done that many pages in this book yet, but you can see it's just a place where I do some creative artsy things that I don't worry about making things look pretty. Like if paint spills through, I don't care. It's just a fun book, and I just work in it when I feel like it. And I did this page recently. So that's that book. And then I also have been working out a lot, and I focused on my health. So that's what I have my fitness planner for, and I do flip throughs of this one every month on my channel as well. This one I update once a week. I just go through and I do a weekly layout of all the workouts that I did. Did I stick to my diet that week? And that's basically all this book is, like pages and pages of those. But then it also has calendars in it where I record my victories for the month, and I do that again whenever I feel like it, a couple times a week usually. And got a few of those, and then just workouts, 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 and that's what I keep in there. And that one I can fill up pretty quickly too. Then when I'm feeling creative, I have my art journals. And so I have 2 main art journals that I keep, and these are them. I've got this one that is one that I made. I made this following a tutorial from Genevieve Designs. It's just a free tutorial on YouTube, and it's made out of a cereal box, some Tim Holtz tissue paper, and some acrylic paint. It's got this lovely little sewn binding, and I love this book. And the downside to having an art journal that you love is it makes me a little afraid to work in it and wreck it. So, so it's one that I only work in when I have like what I consider to be a really quality idea that's composed, and I want to do a finished art piece in it. It's got jelly prints in it, and so I'm about halfway through this one. These pages I did this week, and still have about half the book left to fill in. And that's basically how I use this book. But if I just want to play, I use this book. This is my visual journal, Strathmore Mixed Media Journal, and I use this one for when I have kind of a half-baked idea, or if I just want to take out my paints and play. And if I have leftover paint, like I've painted something and there's leftover paint, I just splash it on a page in here. Like there's pages in the back here where it's just leftover paint I have, and it just goes on a random page. Some random doodling. Like there's some messy stuff in here. This was, I had cut out some hearts, and this is the negatives that were left over. And then towards the beginning of the book are art pieces that I finished. Like I've gone in and I've finished the page. And sometimes there are pages, like this one has been sitting here for months, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to finish it. Meanwhile, this one's done. And they're all different styles and just whatever I felt like doing in the day. This one, again, I don't know how I'm going to finish it, so I just keep adding things to it. I think I've added things to this page 5 or 6 times, and at some point it's going to come together, which is what happened on this page that I just finished. This one here. I had been adding things to it. Like one day I'd added the stars to it, one day I added the blue paint to it, and then last night I was like, you know what, I think I'm ready to finish this one, and I did some stenciling and some gold paint, and now that one's done. And that's how this book works. I just basically play in it. And what I'm actually finding is that my when I play around art is better than my when I plan it art. But I'm going to continue to use these books the way that I use them. So that's fine. And then the other thing I usually have is something that I'm working on improving at. So if you watch my video from a couple of months ago, you remember I was working in my Letter Love journal. I'll just pull this one out too. And this was following a Joanne Sharp book. And I did a flip through of this one on my channel. Now what I'm working on is this Faber-Castell Getting Started Fashion Illustration, because I need to learn how to draw people. And this one has step-by-step instructions on this is how you draw a three-quarter face. This is how you draw clothing on somebody. This is how you draw a hand. Like, I need all this kind of clear-cut instruction. And so I have a little book for that. It's another little sketchbook. And I just put some silver washi tape on it, and I cut these out of the box from the Faber-Castell kit. And I'm just working in this one, learning how to draw parts of people and trying to get better at it. And I tried to draw a self-portrait if my legs were twice as long as they are today. And that's what I'm working on now. And then the last book I'll show you is my husband's planning a trip for us, so I made a travel journal, and I usually have one of these on the go too. I'm in the process of putting together a kit for it, and this is a little book that I made. You can tell I like the same size of journaling. 6x8 is kind of my wheelhouse. This one's a little bit smaller. I think it's 5x7. And I just made this one using a couple pieces of chipboard that I got off of a mixed media paper pad. It was like the backing card, and I just watercolored a piece of mixed media paper and wrapped the cover. Spilled some paint inside, and then it's just watercolor paper inside. Bound it with my Bind It All. It's a little tight on pages right now. I think I put too many pages in it, and the back is pretty much plain, and just matte medium the cover so that if it gets wet it won't get ruined. I used a Sharpie to write my title, and this one will get filled whenever it is we go away. So yeah, so this is pretty much it for right now. This is my current assortment of books. There, I think you can see them all sort of. And yeah, I just pick them up and I do a page here and there, and you know, if I have an hour I might work in 2 of them or 3 of them, and I just have a lot of fun with them. Obviously nobody needs this many journals, but I just have fun with them. And like, you know, some of them, this one I've been working on for over a year. This one I've been working on for 8 months, so it's not like I'm filling these very quickly. This one's taking me 3 months, and it's probably the fastest. So yeah, just having fun. I just love having fun with books. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.